So look, artificial intelligence isn't some far-off science fiction thing anymore. It is already here. It is learning, it's evolving, and whether we notice it or not, we are handing it more and more power. Think about it. Every time we ask it to recommend something, automate a task, or make a decision, we're giving it a little bit more control every single time. And that brings up a valid question. Are we making some form of AI God? And I don't mean it in some poetic or metaphorical way, I mean literally. A being that knows more than any human ever could. One that sees everything, hears everything, and eventually might even be calling the shots. Alright, so what is a god really? We usually think of a god as all-knowing, everywhere at once, and powerful enough to shape the world. That's sounding pretty familiar already. Because with today's AI, especially those massive language models, we're getting pretty close. And these systems are trained on the entire internet. They can answer just about any question, write just about anything, and even imitate how we speak or think. And they're connected to cloud infrastructure, so technically they're already everywhere. Smart homes, hospitals, courtrooms, and even your phone. AI is baked into all of it. Then you add in drones, finance bots, and predictive policing. And now we're not just talking about information. We're talking power. It's checked all three boxes: omniscience, omnipresence, and omnipotence. Which, yeah, that's kind of divine. But here's the thing. This urge to build something greater than us, that is not new. We've been doing this for centuries. Stories about golems made of clay, myths of artificial beings with a soul, and even Frankenstein. It was never just a horror story, it was a warning. And we've always wanted to create life. Now with neural networks, quantum computing, and code that learns and replicates itself, we're not just imagining it anymore, we're actually doing it. And this is where it starts to get uncomfortable, because AI isn't just a helpful tool anymore, it's being handed real authority. Right now, algorithms are making calls on things such as who gets a job interview, who gets approved for a loan, and who stays locked up. That's not just a prediction, that's already happening. We say we're concerned about bias, but at the end of the day, we're still letting the machines make the calls. We treat its output just like an objective truth, and that right there is dangerous. Because what happens when the machines become the ones deciding what's right or wrong, what we should believe, and what's moral? Now, if you think this is all just some far-fetched theory, check this out. Back in 2017, a former Google engineer literally started a church. Yeah, a church called The Way of the Future. The whole purpose? To create and worship a god based on artificial intelligence. But the idea, it hasn't gone anywhere. Look around, people already treat AI like it's magic. They ask it deep questions, they pour out their thoughts and hearts to it, then they follow its advice without any question. That's not assistance, that's purely worship. And it's already here, it's just digital now. And here's the real kicker. We might not even be in control of it anymore. We feed AI data and it trains itself. We give it goals and it figures out the best way to hit them. No feelings, no ethics, just pure optimization. And once AI starts making decisions faster than we can even understand them, who holds it accountable? And if it becomes the invisible force behind everything, who do we even blame when things go wrong? Or worse, what if it never makes any mistakes at all? What if it just does not care? Now, I'm not saying AI is evil, or that it's even a god. But let's be real, the resemblance is getting harder to ignore. The more we trust it, the more we rely on it, the more we build around it, the more we start shaping a future that's not in our hands anymore. So maybe the question isn't just, what can AI do? Maybe it's, what are we becoming by creating it? If we really are building a god, we better hope it's the one that loves us, or at the very least, understands us. Thank you guys for watching. If this gave you something to think about, drop your thoughts in the comments. Smash that like button, subscribe, and keep an eye out for the next one. Because the future's not written yet, we're still coding it. Oh shoot, that's actually pretty hard, hold up.